morning, my Patreon friends. I'm at the shooting range. You'll probably see a couple videos on this. One I do have that's YouTube friendly enough. So who knows, maybe this probably won't be any different other than making it for you guys. And one of the things I can do on Patreon is I can load the gun. This is a 45 long Colt. I've been shooting it for a couple of hours. This is the Christmas present that my wife got me. And I am just getting everything together over the winter and loading up shells for it. And today the snow is about gone. And it's still cold. It's been freezing here all day. How's that for a barrel? I have shot 75 rounds with this today. And man, oh man, does it shoot. I can only go as long as my battery goes on that camera. So if we run out, I'm saying goodbye now. It's a GoPro camera. They're not as forgiving as my other cameras. But this is the first time I've shot this gun. Now I'm going to show you the two best targets, and that's for me today anyways. This is load number 3. That's a tremendous group. I think I got it down on there for 2. But look at the group. I don't care about the dot, the bullseye, because I got to adjust the firearm. But those are tremendous groups for that 44. I mean 45. Here's number 4. I don't know if you guys can see all this. That's the same thing, 250 grain bullet. This was a 200 grain bullet. That's what I'm getting ready to shoot now. I have 20 more of those to shoot. But there was a 6 I already shot. So that's a pretty nice group. And I am shooting, same thing there. I am shooting off the bench. I keep looking at the camera, make sure the light's still blinking. I'm shooting off the bench because I am working up a load. And it doesn't make any sense to me to shoot offhand until you get a load worked up for your pistols. Because you might as well be shooting offhand with the best bullet that your pistol will shoot. That's my mindset behind that. Everybody says, oh, you're not shooting offhand. I mean, yeah, I'm not, because I don't have a bullet worked up yet. Otherwise than that, if I made up all these bullets and came down here and shot them offhand, it would be just shooting bullets. I wouldn't know if I'm making a better bullet or making a worse bullet. So it's better to come, shoot offhand, work up your load, even for pistols, just like you work up a load for a rifle. Once you've worked it up and got the tightest group, then that's the bullet that you don't need to work up any more loads after you've done this exercise with your new pistol or rifle for that matter. The round that I shoot in my 30-06, been making the same load for 40 years. Now I'm going to try to duplicate this in the weeks to come. I'm going to adjust the firearm so that it will shoot on center like it's supposed to. But if I can make that bullet shoot like that, then I'm good to go, and then we'll move on to blank pieces of paper, just like if it was a human being, and you're going for the chest area. So you put all 6 rounds right in the center of that white piece of paper with no target, and then you've got a pretty good firearm. That's the way I look at it anyways. But I think one of the reasons that this thing shoots so sweet is it's a 7.5-inch barrel, which makes a very big difference when it comes to pistols. Is it a pistol I'm going to carry on my waist for self-defense? Probably not. Is it a pistol that I keep in my nightstand at home? Probably yes. Is it a firearm that I will keep on my four-wheeler and in my truck? Absolutely. I have smaller pistols for when I need one on my hip or in my pocket. I have what's called pocket carries. When I go to town, I carry a pocket carry. And usually there's one in each pocket. I carry two of them. They are 9mm Sig Sawyers P365s. They fit nicely in my pocket. Comfortable, you don't even know they're there, and that's exactly where I want my pistols. They're in what's called pocket carry holsters. So, but anyways, for home self-defense or on the four-wheeler, the six-wheeler, I think this is a pretty sweet pistol. And I like how it shoots. Shoots really nice. Shoots really, really nice. I'll have a sip of coffee. And we'll try to see what we can do. Not too bad. That's probably about a 4-inch group. The smoke you see is because these are cast bullets with a lube groove in them. Where you see the smoke coming out, which I really like my cast bullets, and I really like the lube grooves filled with lube. I don't mind a little smoke coming out, but no. This is a sweet shooting pistol. Oh, I was thinking while I was shooting, I wanted to bring this up. These bullets are, where's that box right here? I don't know how good you could see that, but these are a 200 grain bullet, and there's only 6.1 grains of powder. Tight group powder in there. That's like a sipper. I mean, that is, it's hard to believe that I'm getting that much kick out of this pistol even with a 200 grain bullet with that little bit of powder. And the reason I picked that brand of powder was because it is a sipper. There's 7,000 grains of powder in a pound of gunpowder. So 6.1 grains of powder divided into 7,000 grains of powder is a heck of a lot of bullets. Is a heck of a lot of bullets for taking to the shooting range to be able to shoot. So that's a pretty cheap case. That's a pretty cheap round to shoot. I poured the bullet. It's my own bullet. I made the lube groove grease. That's mine. The primers are a mongrel brand from overseas. dirt cheap. I call them Zun. Z-U-N is what they are. If you look them up, you probably can't find them. I bought them back in 2020. It's just, so those were dirt cheap. And then, but 6.1 grains of powder. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Yeah, this is pretty good. On Patreon, I can sit here and talk about everything. And even load the pistol. I am just, even when I was making the load up for this pistol, and I came across that powder, I was just amazed at such a little. How do you lose your glasses when you're sitting right here? Because I left them over there. Yeah, tight group, 6.1. The bullet I'm using is a Lyman 452 460, 200 grain, and I sized them to .452. Beautiful, beautiful bullet. The cast, these are a little hard on the cast. I could use them actually in rifles, but when you make up batch of lead for each time that I pour bullets, and this one came out with a Burnell hardness of 19.3, which I kind of was shooting for 15, so 19 is just a little bit. It doesn't hurt anything, but I do work on that. So we're all loaded, so that means I got 12 more shots. Here's the first time I shot, just in case it's not on the camera. The second time, that was kind of me, all over the place. I was rushing because I know the battery is dying. And the third time, number 3, I really slowed down a little bit and really tried to hold the camera. So, I mean, hold the pistol tight. So there's a really nice group. Target number 3 is really nice. Target number 9's so-so. But any one of those targets would blow a human being away. But anyways, now it's just a matter of adjusting the rear sight to suck that over. So, but really happy. Really, really happy with those loads. I'm going to turn you around and show you the... I've been here for 3 hours all by myself. Doesn't get much better than that. All right, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the 44. I am forever calling this thing a 44. It's because I've had the 44 Magnum for 40 years. I hope you enjoyed the 45 long Colt with me today. I've had a blast shooting it. I've shot it 75 times. I tested out 3 different loads. And I am happy to say that all 3 loads shoot really nice. Which is so 200 grain bullet shot just as nice as the 250 grain bullet. Nice groups down there. So I think I've got a good target load, as well as I believe I've got a good man stopper load with that 250 grain. 250 grain. I probably said this in other videos, but I know I said it earlier. I'm using tight group powder, pistol powder. I don't want to say pistol powder. It was just in a lot of the recipes for this particular pistol. It's a sipper on powder. I got 2 loads here today. The 200 grain bullets are what are they? 5.6 grains of tight group. Got my book right here. Might as well look, make sure. No, sorry. The 200 grain bullets are 6.1 grains of tight group powder. And they shot really sweet. And that was 25 rounds that I tested. And I had 50 other rounds of 250 grain lead bullets. And it was 5.6 grains of tight group powder. So that is a sipper when it comes to powder. That and to have, you guys saw the shots, to have that much power and that much accuracy down there is pretty sweet. That's not for a jacketed bullet. These are lead bullets. These are lead cast bullets that I cast myself. If you noticed in some of it, the gun was smoking. You won't get that with, it's a smokeless powder, but you won't, the smoke is coming from, there's a lube groove on the cast bullets, and that lube groove is filled with a bullet lube. So when you see the 45 smoking around the chamber, that's the lube groove grease that is smoking. And personally, I'm a black powder shooter. I kind of like that smoke coming out the end of my barrel and all of that. So anyways, but that should wrap this video up. I'm getting ready to pack up and get out of here and head back to the reloading room with my results of my testing today. So it's been a really good day, and I learned a lot about this pistol, and I really like it. I really like it. So this is pretty sweet to shoot in comparison to my 44 Magnum. So with all the tripping over my tongue today, 44 and 45, hopefully we can make some sense out of this video. You guys have a cup of coffee with me on the way out of here, and I will see you next week.